Hello and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy 2, where last episode, we continued our adventures in the 6th world of the game, and today we will be doing just that, but however, to start off the video, we are going to actually be returning to World 5. I don't usually do this, I usually like to start off the video by going to a brand new galaxy, because the game just kind of dropped 2 Pranks comments on us last episode that I was not expecting. We're going to begin our adventures by returning to World 5 to tackle the Prankster comment available to us in Bowser Jr.'s Boom Bunker. This is one of the hardest Prankster comments in the entire game, and it's mainly because, unlike most Daredevil runs, we don't just have to beat the boss with 1 health point, we have to beat the entire level with 1 health point, which gets significantly tougher. This first planet's fine, but it's when we get to these next 2 planets that things start to get a little bit more problematic. Now, I say one of the hardest Prankster comments because there's absolutely nothing in the game that can possibly contest the final Prankster comment that we're gonna be. Okay. Absolutely nothing can possibly contest the final Prankster comment in terms of difficulty. The last challenge of this game, which is a Prankster comment, is the absolute hardest thing in the entire game. So, if you don't know what it is, I won't spoil it for you, but it's gonna be tough. Anyway, this next planet, well, after this planet, is something that was not in the main Boom Bunker level. It's an entirely new planet they added just for the Prankster comment. So, to get here, what you have to do is you have to lead your shot a little bit, and what I mean by that is that, so, because of the travel time from this cannon to the planet, and because the target is constantly moving, you have to predict where it's going to go next. So, like, for instance, when it stops moving on the right, I'm going to aim a little bit to the left, so that by the time I actually make it to the planet, I land where I want to. So we're going to do that. As soon as it reaches the right-hand side, we're going to aim ourselves a little bit over to the left-hand side, just like this, and we should land approximately in the middle. Well, not in the middle, but we still got the 1-up, so I'll call that a win. Anyway, this planet's a pain, no getting around it. You have to tilt the platform and then move to the other side so that you can make your way over these things. Don't jump. I mean, I jumped right there, but you don't want to spin jump because spin jumping will stall your momentum a little bit. You don't want to do that because, like, right there, what I did as basically you don't want to jump moving horizontally because then the platform will move beyond, like, move further than where you currently are, and that's no fun to deal with. But you can jump moving forward because then you're still moving in tune with the platform. Anyway, thankfully they do give you a checkpoint flag here, but that doesn't make this any less of a hassle to deal with. And I highly recommend grabbing that 1-up before you long jump over here. Yeah, so they do give you the checkpoint flag, which is nice of them, but that doesn't make the boss battle any less annoying to do with 1 health point. My dad's gonna get angry if I let you get another grand star. Time to break out my boomsday machine. I'll just relax my comfy cockpit and watch you go boom! Alright, well, the strategy is exactly the same as it was last time. You grab the cloud flower, create a cloud in this wind tunnel, long jump out on top of Bowser Jr.'s little cockpit, and then quickly ground pound before he electrifies himself so that you don't get electrified in the process. And then we gotta do that 2 more times, and then that's the boss fight over. Of course, it's not actually that simple, because he also draws the clouds towards us. And really, the first 2 phases are pretty easy, even with 1 health point. It's the final phase that's gonna cause you a lot of frustration. So, like I said, the first 2 phases pretty easy, because you can always get up there before he turns on the electricity and starts zapping you off. But once he starts moving, and once the time between you getting up there and him actually putting on the electric field decreases, that's when things get a little bit tougher. Unless he moves over to me like this. Oh, good God. Okay. Hi, you're right there. Oh, good God. Well, that worked. That worked out pretty well. I was able to do that first try only because he literally just walked straight over to me so that I was able to easily jump on top of him before he turned on the electric field, but That's not usually that easy. You got a star. Boomsday Machine Daredevil Run. Bowser Jr.'s Boom Bunker. 100 power stars. Galaxy complete. You got some starbits from a total of 1,174. Alright, and that is World 5 100% completed. So if we check the grand world map and we go all the way back to the beginning, Worlds 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all 100% completed for the time being, which leaves us only World 6, and then we will be done with the game. Sort of. I'll explain that when the time comes. Now we're gonna return to Battle Belt Galaxy to tackle this prankster comment. Welcome to the Galaxy. Okay, we're not going to be playing as Luigi this time because I do not want to have less control of my character when we have to complete all these enemy gauntlets with only 1 hit point. We definitely do not want to be doing that today, so we're gonna great start. Definitely spun into the enemy there, game, but sure thing, I guess. Anyway, yeah, no real special strategy this time. It's the same as the main level, except that this time we can't take any extra hits. Although you definitely want to, if you didn't save the Fire Flower for the next planet last time, you definitely want to do it this time, because it's hard to take out those crabs when we have full health points. With 1 health point, we definitely want the Fire Flower. And you want to focus your attention on the blue one first, because the blue one's the hardest to take out, with or without the Fire Flower, because it moves the fastest. And that should be all the crabs taken out. There we go. That was close. That crab almost ran straight into me, so good thing we took it out before it did. Anyway, I will say this, at least the game's kind enough to give you checkpoints. So, you know, very, very happy the game has decided to do that to us, because if you had to do the whole thing without dying, that would be a bit of a different matter. That would be not impossible, but it would be significantly tougher and much more rage-inducing, because then you'd have to do the whole thing over again, so obviously it'd be much more annoying. Anyway, like I said, the whole thing is pretty much the same. Well, not pretty much the same. It is the same. There's no. It's not like the Boom Bunker Daredevil. No, I mean yes, Daredevil Comet. It's not like the Boom Bunker Prankster Comet where they throw a random new planet in there because lol, why not? This one is the same as it was without the Prankster Comet. Although I will say this, in case you're sick of watching Prankster Comets, don't worry. After this, we won't be doing any more Prankster Comets. Hopefully for the whole video. There's a chance we might get one in one of the upcoming galaxies, but I'm hoping that we don't, just so that we can try to keep it focused on new stuff, because there's gonna be 2 new galaxies that we explore in this episode after we clear out this Prankster Comet. So, and then after we clear out those 2 new galaxies, that will be the last, those will be the last galaxies we explore before we face off against the final boss. So that's something to look forward to. Next episode, I guess I should have built up to that. Next episode, we're facing off against the final boss of the game. So it won't be the finale because there's still quite a bit we have to do after facing off against the final boss, but still, final boss of the game. Pretty exciting. So, but we still got to get through the 2 new galaxies before we can face off against that final boss. So still got a bit of a ways to go, but we do only have 1 more planet to take care of after we clear out these guys. These guys are the ones that are probably gonna trip me out the most, because I just gotta, because sometimes the gravity messes with me in terms of when I actually jump on top of them. But we should be fine here. Just gotta wait for gravity to flip back. There we go. Okay. Now it's just down to the Chomp Planet. And the Chomp Planet is surprisingly probably the easiest because the Chomps aren't that aggressive, and you have a lot of wiggle room when it comes to actually attacking them from a distance. So we should be able to do this pretty easily. Should being the operative word there. Especially when they spawn me directly in the middle of all 4 at once. That wasn't nice. Alright, let's just let them come to us slowly but surely. And there's 1. Thanks for the star bits. There's 2. Thanks for the star bits. Here's number 3. Oh, I should probably mention that. We are going to have to grind for starbits, but I'll be sure to show off some of my preferred places to grind for starbits, so don't you worry about that. Anyway, there's our key, and there is our power star. You got a star, Mini Planet Daredevil Run, Battle Belt Galaxy, 101 power stars. Galaxy complete. You got some star bits for a new total of 1,316. Well, so much for that, I guess. I promise, we will be going back to, we will be exploring New Galaxies episode. I just was not expecting there to be yet another Prankscom we had to deal with, but this will be the last one, I promise. This is literally the last possible Prankscom that they could give us before we explore 2 new galaxies. Let's tackle the adventure of the purple coins. Well, pretty straightforward. You have 5 minutes to collect 100 purple coins. So, you know, it's not exactly all that complicated. Just run around the whole first planet. The purple coins are only on this first planet, by the way. So, just to make that clear, we won't be exploring the entirety of the Clockwork Ruins Galaxy, just the first planet. All 100 coins are right here, and they're all very easy to get because they're all none of them are like I said. The purple coins in this game are not exactly in a lot of hidden places. They're all right out in the open, so you don't have to really worry. Like it won't be a case where a freeze flame galaxy where you have to find that one hidden spot at the very top of the mountain where you have to jump off and land on this tiny platform to find the 2 purple coins you are missing, or Beach Bowl Galaxy where you have to go to the corner of the galaxy to find that one purple coin you are missing. It's not like that. This is just a test of how well you can platform to collect all the purple coins within the time limit, and that's all that this galaxy has to offer. And for some reason, I had a feeling that there might have been more than 100 purple coins. And I'm not sure, I can't recall whether or not there are more than 100 purple coins in this mission or not, but either way, it doesn't really affect us because we're still we're gonna shoot for collecting all of them anyway, because there's no reason not to. I don't know why I seem to have a memory of not having to collect all the purple coins in the mission, although, oh, you know what, maybe it's, I might be thinking of going after the secret star and thinking that you don't have to collect all the regular coins on the first planet to access that secret star. That might be what I'm thinking of, in fact. I think that's exactly what I'm thinking of, because now the more I think about it, I think you do have to collect all 100 purple coins, because they would have told you if you didn't. So, no, there was no real need for me to bring this up, because the more I thought about it out loud, the more I realized it probably wasn't true, but it was a thought. Well, mic disconnected again, but you didn't really miss anything, because I caught it the second that it actually disconnected, which is good. And anyway, this is the series of the last. Why is my camera so zoomed out? I don't know. I don't know why my camera was so zoomed out. So zoomed out there. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, we have 73 purple coins. So we are on the right track. Just gotta collect these last couple on this planet right here, and then we will be all good to go. Pretty easy ranks combat. They gave you plenty of time to collect all the purple coins. The only annoying part is that you sometimes have to you find yourself waiting for the platforms to rotate around so that you can actually stand on them to collect purple coins. And then also, if you lose, like if you fall off the edge, you have to do it all over again, which is kind of annoying, but still, I'd still rather do this a million times over than I would do any of the purple coin missions from, well, not any of the purple coin missions. Some of them are fun in the first game, but a lot of them require very, very tedious scouring of an area to find these tiny coins hidden in this massive, wide open arena, so don't miss that at all. But fortunately, here we go, last couple purple coins, don't fall off now. The last 2 waiting for us right here, and there it is. Now we just gotta ride this platform all the way around to the top. Fortunately, the timer does stop, so you don't have to worry about that. And here is our power star. You got a star, the Adventure of the Purple Coins, Clockwork Ruins Galaxy, 102 power stars. Galaxy complete. You got some star bits for a new total of 1,336. Unfortunately, that is not enough star bits for us to be able to access our next galaxy, which requires 1,800 star bits. However, I'm not going to give the fullest of places to grind. I'm going to give that fullest later on when it's going to become more relevant. But because this galaxy is right here, we're just going to return to Melty Monster Galaxy and grind here, because this galaxy has one of the best grinding spots in the game, as I mentioned previously, and that is the Stroll Down Rolling Lane, because this galaxy has a lot of starbits you can collect, and you can always, so long as you have enough lives, which, how many lives do we have? We have 12 lives, so that'll be plenty. So long as you just, so basically what you do is you collect a bunch of starbits, and then you fall off the edge, and then you do the whole thing over again, and you recollect all the starbits. So, I believe, I didn't check our total before, I think we have like 1,300, so we need an additional 500 in order to get the amount that we need to access the next galaxy. So just, basically, I'll do one run here, where I show off the way that I like to do this to get as many starbits as possible. Basically, just keep your cursor moving around the screen and collect as many as possible. Try to aim for as many of these crystals as you can to get as many starbits as possible. And then when you get to the end, you obviously don't want to get into that final boxing ring, because then at that point you're going to get the power star. So what you want to do instead is you want to, once you're satisfied with your power star count, I like to do it on the last, if I don't fall off like that, like if I don't accidentally fall off, then I intentionally fall off when I get to the point, when I get to the point when I have to bounce off the walls. Oh, well, would you look at that? I didn't think we'd be seeing you at all in this galaxy. It's the Rosalina Cosmic Guide. So remember in Flip Flop Galaxy, I think I mentioned this, where basically if you die too many times in a certain mission, the Rosalina Cosmic Guide comes out, and it's like, hey, you kind of suck at the game. You want me to beat it for you? So they beat it for you. However, if the Cosmic Guide beats it for you, it doesn't actually count as a power star. You still have to beat it yourself. So, just something to keep in mind. Anyway, that's how I like to do it, so I'm just going to speed this footage up while I collect a bunch of power star, or not power star, starbits. As you can see, we already have 100, so we just got to do that a couple more times, and then we'll have way more than enough to feed the next Hungry Luma. Now, the only bad part about using this spot as a grinding mission for starbits is that it actually is kind of tough to beat the mission, because you do have to beat the mission to keep the starbits. So I don't know how many times it'll take me to actually beat it. Hopefully, I'll be able to do this first try now that I'm done intentionally failing, because I should have more than enough starbits at the end of this run to feed the next Hungry Luma, which is also, I believe, the final Hungry Luma. Well, actually, no, I think there's one more. I believe there is one more Hungry Luma after this point, but by that point, we'll have unlocked probably what is the best, or at least, we'll have unlocked another one of the best grinding spots in the game for starbits, so I will not too worried about it once we get to that point. Alright, so we made it through. Now we just gotta wait for us to actually get the starbits, or to get the power star by bouncing around until, there we go. We did not get a star because we already had it, but we did get enough starbits, so now we can finally actually explore a brand new galaxy. So let's go ahead and head down here and feed the Hungry Luma the 1,800 starbits that it so desperately requires, and the next one's going to require even more than this, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, we're just going to focus on feeding this Hungry Luma the starbits that it needs, and then we'll actually be able to explore new galaxies. Can you believe that for this entire episode we've only been doing prankster comets? Well, I mean, we are coming up at the end of the game, so I guess it makes sense that we're running low on new galaxies, although we will have a plethora of new galaxies to explore soon, I promise you that much. But for now, we are going to finish up with World 6, because next episode, like I said, final boss time. It's almost here. A new galaxy was born. Alright, now we can finally actually explore a new galaxy. Flash Black Galaxy. Let's tackle jumping around in the dark. Welcome to the galaxy. Alright, so, as I probably don't need to explain the concept of this galaxy before you, but basically it's the same style as Beat Block in the sense that every couple seconds on a predetermined timer, the level will light up temporarily. But for the rest of the time, it'll be pitch black, so you can't actually see where you're going. Although, it's not that hard to figure it out, because all the dangerous stuff you can see. You can see the enemies, you can see the spikes. The only things you can't see are, like, the walls and the platforms, which are Like, you're not gonna get damaged by any of those things. So everything that can damage you is plainly visible, so it's not like it's not an unfair broken system, although Yoshi's running away from me, and I don't like that. Please get back here, Yoshi, thank you very much. Yes, you can, anything that can hurt you is always within your sights, so you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so aside from that, just make your way up the platforms pretty easily, and then you'll be able to get up to the top, and then the launch star will be waiting for you up there in the top right. So let's grab the balloon fruit to keep making our way up here. Follow the path. The only memorization you have to do between the times when the level lights up is memorizing what path you have to take to get to the launch star, and that's not hard to do at all. So you don't have to worry about that. Now all we have to do is collect 5 silver stars, and once again the silver stars are plainly visible, so you don't really have to worry about missing any of them. And the nice thing about the silver stars is that they are visible in the dark, which means, and because the silver stars they're not on anything that isn't solid, you know that if you're about to jump onto a silver star, you know there's going to be something below it. Except for the one that was on the yellow platform, but that's just because, the difference there is that the yellow platform is also visible, so you know when the yellow platform is going to be below the silver star, so you know when it's safe to jump. So, overall, not too hard of a level. You got a star, jumping around in the dark, Flash Black Galaxy, 103 power stars. You got some star bits for a new total of 102. That is our complete total of all star bits we have. You got some coins for a total of 961. Starship Mario can now advance. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to explore the final new galaxy that we can visit before facing off against the final boss, and that is Slimy Spring Galaxy. Let's tackle the Deep Shell Well. We will not be playing as Luigi for this level either, because, as I've mentioned previously, when you are underwater with Luigi and you shake the Wii Remote, he drains his air supply exponentially faster, so we will not be playing as Luigi for this mission. We'll be playing as Mario, which means, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to play as Luigi this episode, but no matter. Anyway, so, first things first, we're going to grab this shell, and this is a pretty cool galaxy. You get to explore a very, very pretty underwater area. Although it's also very easy to miss the comet medal. The level itself is pretty easy, but missing the comet medal, it's very easy to miss the comet medal. So I'll make sure to point that out when the time arrives. And it's right here. It's tucked away in this little side passage, and it's very, very easy to miss it. But aside from that, rest of the level, pretty straightforward. Just make sure you have a shell on you at all times, so that you can shine a light at the heads of all these things, so that you can get a bunch of star bits and easily take them out. Aside from that, I don't really have any other special tips because it's just mainly float through. This is mainly a pretty level to look at in the sense that the actual platforming is pretty simplistic. You just float through, swim through the level, and then you can just admire how pretty it is to look at. Is basically what this level is all about. You can also destroy those things, but there's no real need to because you can just swim underneath them. Grab a coin here to replenish your air supply. Then, if you want to, you can actually drop out here pressing the Z button and get a 1-up. It's not required, but it's a cool little thing you can discover if you want to. When you're ready to leave, you can hop into the launch star, and it will take you over here to this planet right here, where we're once again going to be diving down. But before we do that, I'm going to long jump out here to grab this 1-up, not because we need to, because I wanted to. Then I'm going to dive down here. I don't know what just happened to that Goomba, but I think he just got teleported down with us. Anyway. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab this spiny, I just call it a spiny shell. This is not Mario Kart. We're going to grab the green shell, and then we're just going to swim as we did in the last section, but we're going to do it a little bit faster this time because every time we go through one of these rings, we get a little bit of a burst of speed. So it's a little bit harder to control Mario, but not by much. And the reason we have the shell is because we want to shine the light at the Boo in case we ever need to. The Boo's aren't exactly that big of a problem, but you still want to have the shell, because it's better to be safe than sorry. The end of the level is coming up right ahead, and yeah, so it's definitely a very pretty level to look at, and it's fun to just, swim through the underwater section, but aside from actually platforming around, not much special to it. But it is very pretty once you get up here. Anyway, just throw the shell at the chest right here, and then speak to good old Captain Toad.
Gasp! Oh, thank you. Mario! I was taking a quick nap and... Oh, who am I kidding? I grabbed a power star, but I feel like I trapped inside that chest. It was so stuffy in there. Thank you for saving me. Why don't you take this power star? Just please don't tell the other Toads about this. Whoa!
And there's our power star. You got a star, the Deep Shell Well, Slimy Spring Galaxy, 104 power stars. You got a common medal for a new total of 41, and some starbits to a new total of 185, and coins a total of 991. Starship Mario can now advance, and that's what I had a feeling the Pranks Comet was going to appear in Flash Black Galaxy. Alright, well, now we can return to Flash Black Galaxy, and I believe this is going to be the last Power Star we collect before facing off against the final boss next episode, so it's pretty exciting. Let's tackle Dark Octo Army ROM. Okay, so you have 80 seconds to take out all 30 Octoombas, and it's pretty simple. Again, I recommend going for Chain Stomps just to make it, not because it'll give you more points, because it's not a chimp challenge, so there's no points to get. But it will make clearing out the Octoombas a bit more efficient if they're all on the line. If not, then just spin into them. Don't bother trying to jump on top of them unless they are all on the line, because it takes less time to spin into them like this than it does to actually stomp on top of them, so just something to keep in mind. Unless you need to replenish your health points, in which case, obviously, you would want to stop on top of them to get a coin. But aside from that, pretty simple. There's really no mystery as to where it's safe to jump and where it isn't, because you always know that so long as an Octoomba is standing on a platform, you know there's a platform there to stand on, so it's pretty easy to know where it's safe to jump and where it isn't. Aside from that, just make sure you stomp on all their heads or spin into them, whatever floats your boat, and you'll be able to make it to the end to collect your Power Star, no problems whatsoever. If you're going to lose this challenge, it definitely won't be from not being able to take out the enemies in time. It'll be because you misplaced your jump. But even that it's pretty hard to lose this mission. It's a pretty simple one. I thought I was gonna be able to jump into the Power Star as soon as the animation finished, but I unfortunately was not that cool. You got a star, Dark Octo Army Romp, Flash Black Galaxy, 105 power stars. Galaxy complete. You got some starbits for a total of 214, and some coins for a total of 994. And that will be for this episode. That is now everything that we could possibly complete up until this point. 100% cleared out. World 6, all the galaxies are complete except for Slimy Spring, but the Slimy Spring Galaxy, we have to wait for a certain chimp to give us a mission there. Aside from that, Worlds 1 through 5 are 100% completed, leaving us only World 6, and all that's left in World 6 is the final boss of the game. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost done. Alright, so that'll be it for now. So thanks for watching. See you for next time. We'll catch you all tomorrow for when we're going to be tackling the final boss of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Goodbye!